Hey everybody, welcome. I'm not going to do as enthusiastic an intro because that'll scare away Ruds. Today is a kitty game and we got our kitty on our lap. Rudiger's here to watch us play Bright Paw by Radical Forge, published by Rogue Games. It's a sponsored stream and we're powered by AMD. Now that that's all out of the way, let's begin. It's a puzzler. It's an indie game puzzler. It's got a deep and dark spooky noir story.
There you are, Theo. Oh. Honestly, make your own drink.
Despite the beach scene.
Yeah.
This is the tutorial part.
Okay.
Come on now, we haven't got all day.
So you're in this game, you move about with cards as you get them in order, and you have to select them in the right order to maneuver.
And we'll see if we can't start walking around things instead of into them.
So you can press Y to rewind.
If you find yourself in a pickle, just remember that you can take a step back and try something else.
I recognize this guy's voice.
Now, give these a whirl and see where they get you.
Was he in Borderlands? Alright. Go like this. Oh, but I think I already... Oh, no, that's okay. Oh, I did. So you rewind. You have to use them in the right order or you're going to be screwed up. So you got this little guy whose, spoilers, owner is going to be murdered.
What?
And you must avenge their death or, like, solve their death.
Poor Theo.
There you go. Remember, Theo, you can look around at any time.
Yeah, it sounds like Hammerlock, doesn't it?
What's that just there?
Cool
Maybe
accent.
You should give it a peek.
So you press L and then use, there we go. Odd cat box, a strangely familiar but otherwise nondescript box washed up on the shores of Theo's subconscious.
I wonder what that's doing sitting around here. Maybe you should keep your eyes open for other interesting things. You never know what you'll find.
I see lots of other kitties.
Well, we're done here. Go on.
Yeah, golden cats in crates, which...
Nathaniel are waiting.
Like, I want to save them.
Uh-huh. Kitties don't... Whew, there you go. There's a start to a game. Kitties don't feel as much empathy for other kitties. They don't give a fuck. It's like every kitty for themselves, so... Sleeping kitty.
Ah! What was that? Oh, okay. Well... After being woken unceremoniously by a sudden noise, our hero Theo felt that if he was to be kept awake, he deserved to know why.
So, a commotion. How's the audio for you guys? Do you feel like you can hear everything okay, or should I give you a bit more juice?
I am in love with the background music. It's so relaxing. It actually reminds me...
Of sleep in the comfort of his bed. He really should go and investigate this.
It's a little quiet? Alright. I'm just gonna, real quick, just adjust the audio here, guys. We'll be right back.
You know what? Screw this! I'm getting out of here with or without him. Come on!
How's the audio now, guys?
Is it still... Now it's really loud. Did we die?
What? Wait a minute. Okay, so we had, at the beginning here, we had to fix audio, so we left the game running. The narrator proceeded to get upset with us that we weren't leaving the room. And then he says, screw this, I'm getting out of here on my own. He grunts for a bit, and then the credits roll. So I'm kind of glad we had audio issues because we just finished the game.
Oh my god.
Sponsored stream completed. Speed run. We just speed run the game on the first try, and I think probably we'll get the record for it.
That is impressive.
All right, I'm gonna start again. So, yeah, I was just fixing the audio, and then oh, that just pauses it. I don't know if I can actually skip the credits now. Like, it's a, oh, okay, here we go. That was a full-blown completion of the game.
Wow. Wow.
Like, not even a joke. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We're
Okay.
back in. Here
Cool.
we are.
Ah! What was that? Oh, okay. Well. After being woken unceremoniously by a sudden noise, our hero Theo felt that if he was to be kept awake, he deserved to know why.
All right, so we're in the first room. We've heard a commotion. What could that be? And we can, of course, drag around and click on things. Theo's bed, a reminder of hazy dreams. And then drag around and see a clue here. Joshua's acceptance letter, an acceptance letter for tutelage at a prestigious school, perhaps proof the genius is hereditary. So we don't know who Joshua is yet, but... And it says 2 of 3, so there should be one more thing in the
Although
room.
Theo felt the lure of sleep and the comfort of his bed, he really should go and investigate this ruckus.
Yeah, this narrator gets upset quick. Oh, there we go. Nathaniel's recognition. It is always a cause for celebration when genius is recognized. So presumably our owner, but he also owns a skateboard. So maybe he's like just a university, I don't know. Or maybe he's just a really cool professor.
The music reminds me of Valiant Hearts.
Disturbance.
Hearing the yelling from the kitchen, Theo wondered if he had really moved from his bed just to listen to some tiff.
Hastily packed suitcase, rapidly filled with suddenly cast aside. No longer attended or cared for, but grand despite the lack of use. Despite the awkward posing, happiness and pride are visible in this photo.
Despite his efforts, Theo couldn't simply stay here forever. He had to find out what was happening.
Alright, so this is probably the first actually maybe challenging little bit of puzzling. Not too challenging yet.
Ah, perhaps things were a little more serious than he'd thought. The kitchen seemed normal, except, what was that he could see across the room? He had to take a closer look.
Jeez. Huh.
Uh-oh.
It's just a little cute kitty game. Alright.
So you know the things you can click on because they kind of highlight a little bit, like the photo on the fridge?
Alright. So I'm going to start with this, because I think it's my only option. And then maybe, yeah, one of these.
God! Theo couldn't believe what he was seeing. His family, motionless on the floor.
Poor Theo.
But that was it. No gun? Nothing at all? Was someone else here?
Joshua and Theo. Yeah, so he is like a boy. A young boy and his cat. Whoever said dogs are man's best friend had clearly never seen this photo. Like he just took a picture of me sleeping with Redegger.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
Theo's food bowl. One of Theo's most prized possessions, completely devoid of answers, insight, or food. Okay. And there should be one more clue around here somewhere.
On the fridge, it's a photo.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Over here. Selfie taken by Joshua during his travels after college, sent to his parents as a memento. So he may have had a girlfriend. Alright, how do you like that kitty paw Foley?
As he turned away, Theo could only think about one thing. Someone was surely responsible for this. And he had to know who.
Music has a Debussy vibe to it.
Cautiously examining the hallway, Theo saw no signs of the killer. Instead, he found a path of destruction carved through strange machines before him.
Grandfather clock, like all house went rhythmic ticking. Okay. A machine. Strange robot sitting in the front room falling to pieces. And poor family painting. Nathaniel's graduation, the optimism of youth, oblivious to the crushing disappointment of reality after formal education. Real talk. Alright.
The deeper into the room Theo moved, the more he realized that something was amiss. That bright red light hadn't always been there, had it?
Act 1 complete. Baloney Man's here. Yeah, well, get over it.
Although he could not shake the image of his departed owners, Theo suddenly found himself somewhere very different indeed. However, before he could appreciate his new surroundings, he found his attention drawn to the glowing hot wall of energy in front of him.
Interesting. Weight cards.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm assuming.
Faced with something so clearly hazardous, he thought it might be wise to take a moment to think before diving headlong into oblivion.
Alright, and then, probably want to get it right next to the lasers when I wait.
Oh, what a pleasant surprise! After his daring maneuver, Theo found that he was still alive. Unfortunately, there was one more laser to slip past. Theo glared at the broken robot blocking his path. After risking his life twice, he was in no mood for this obstruction. Perhaps that broken vent offered salvation.
Ah, okay. So before you get to the end of the room, you have to click on the atmosphere
Oh, shoot.
thing.
Still somewhat
I was so engrossed in the puzzle, I was just
Theo
going.
was immensely relieved to find no deadly lasers when he emerged from the vent. On the other hand, he was instead faced with a functional, frantic, and quite soggy security robot.
Alright. Yeah, I'll do it first before I forget then, because janitorial robot, a poor custodian spinning their wheels attempting to clean up after someone else. And then, what else? Oh,
Maybe that one on fire.
like,
Think about that one.
you would think?
Oh.
So he's just sitting there collecting the water from the
Yeah.
broken. I don't know why the description said he was a bad janitorial robot. I mean, that's doing a pretty good job.
I love how it's organized. I love that it says 1 of 3. I like
Yeah, I don't see any more things to click. Oh, there you go.
the chapters are organized.
Sea mine advertisement. Need to safeguard your underwater assets? These marvels in explosive technology will quickly demonstrate the meaning of private property.
Bright Paw Industries.
Is that what it said?
Yeah.
Ah. And I thought
Bright
the kitty
Paw.
would be named Bright Paw, but he's Theo.
Yeah.
Y'all in the chat see the next flashing item yet? Like,
I
there's
mean-
any number of things I'd like to click on,
That's kind of
but
fish tank at the bottom. Maybe?
what? Oh my god, yeah, a flatfish.
Whoa. Cool.
Fish who goes by the name Fergus, whose steely gaze wards off the hungriest of felines. I'll tell you something about Japanese people. They love hearing the names of fish in your language.
Yeah.
Like they'll say the name of a fish, and then you're like, I don't know, and then they'll bring up pictures of it on your phone, and then you say the name of the fish. This has happened with multiple people, and then they hear the name, they're like, Honto, and they
Really?
they want to soak it in. They want to remember what the name of the fish is, so they can I guess tell
Same
other
for
people.
birds.
Birds, yeah, they love hearing the names of.
As he skirted by the distracted machine, Theo found himself eyeing the hole-riddled aquarium. Either someone was stalking the halls shooting at water features, or the security needed to work on their aim.
Is that part of this puzzle? He's trying to, like, do both.
Yeah. It's a stressful job, man.
Though the appeal of fresh fish was enticing, it was offset by the risk of an unexpected bath. Rather than contemplate such a terrible fate any further, Theo decided to make a quick exit.
Stealth. Yeah, they loved hearing the name Kingfisher.
Yeah.
Advancing cautiously, Theo was encouraged by the sight of another aquarium, this time with the water safely inside, not threatening to unpleasantly dampen his fur. There was no time to fish, however, as security appeared to be taking its job a touch more seriously.
Uh-oh.
Kitty statues, and one of them's clickable. An overt but befitting show of respect to the true superior life on Earth. The Egyptians had it figured out.
Yeah.
They knew.
Although Theo could be easily distracted, he knew when it was time to focus.
And you guys can just go ahead and call out anything you see. If you beat us to it, that's great. Becky will keep an eye
Great
out.
Paw Industries again.
Is it this one? Reliable, concealable, and effective. A must-have sidearm for the professional hench person. Comes with a variety of upgrades to fit your style and needs. So Bright Paw Industries is like a weapons manufacturer.
Yeah.
That
This is a happy
time
bot.
had arrived.
Oh, there we go. Starfish. Alive? Not sure. Dead? Maybe. Unfazed? The current situation? Definitely. No, I'm Patrick.
That time had arrived.
He gets rid. Are you seeing that? This one is going. It can be both.
Ah, interesting. Are you seeing the bot's facial expressions changing? He
Now
got
I have.
angry for a second.
he's going through a whole gamut
Yeah.
of emotions.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh, and it's showing us
okay,
in
so
yellow
it predicts
his
his
route. Okay. Can I just walk right past him? Will he have prefer? Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Okay, he doesn't mind.
Just don't
As
get
long as
in
I don't
his way.
get, right in his way. I messed up though, so I need to, at some point here, I need to do something slightly different.
This
Maybe
one.
this one. But
Uh-oh.
I need the one that switches
The
back and
very
forth.
first one.
Yeah. But would I have been able to get out of that situation without the very I need one that turns right anyways, I think. So and there are none that turn right except for the one that switches back and forth. So I need
Okay.
to start with this one probably.
Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense. So it wouldn't be just
And then it gives you a
straight.
fresh card after the fact.
Oh, interesting.
So there's an
You don't wanna
alternate
use that
route.
one.
Check it out.
Taking
think
his
I can.
attention away from the unattainable, Theo delicately stepped between the broken remains of some very expensive-looking showpieces.
So the narration.
Despite his lack of any understanding of fine art, he was disgusted by the wanton destruction before him. Having successfully weaved past the searching eyes of the guard, he was overjoyed to see that he could just follow the killer through a door, instead of crawling through the ventilation like a rodent.
So possibly your indicator that you're solving it properly is that the narrator keeps talking. If he's quiet, I think that might be an indication that you're on the wrong path. Unless it was solvable two ways.
I think it
Theo
was.
cast his eyes about the grandiose room, the impressive decor marred by the smoking wreckage of robotic guards. Clearly, someone with no respect for interior design had been this way. However, hanging over the remains of a reception desk, Theo spotted something that took his interest. Bright Paw Industries.
Uh-oh.
Can I outrun him? No, that's his entire path.
Yeah.
So
Just a short one. Oh, What can we click on?
Yeah, I should do that first.
The vending machine.
Oh, this looks cute. Fraser said in a perfect Davo 46 impression. Offers a variety of villainous beverages, unfortunately not designed to be used by felines. Bullshit!
So much anger.
My master just got killed. Reception bot. Though this robot can't stop panicking, it refuses to abandon its position at the reception desk. That's dedication. So the robots are panicking. That kind of reminds me of Cuthbert in Dreams.
Although this place was impressive, Theo knew he had precious little time to admire it.
That bot is not really flash.
Theo had many questions, but lollygagging wouldn't answer any of them.
You guys see it yet?
We're looking for something.
Theo was rendered immobile for a moment in amazement of his surroundings.
Right, pause is a clue. Oh, the paw.
Oh, this was flashing?
Yeah.
Alright. A proud, majestic company sign out of place amongst the debris. Good job, Krya. Alright. So, another tiny step and then waiting in front of the lasers.
Despite the damage, the underlying class of this Brightpaw establishment was clear. The placement of several large aquariums, brimming with exotic fish, was an inspired design choice that Theo could respect.
He was a bit of a design snob.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Yep. I think. Wait. Well.
No, I
He
think...
wouldn't find the answers to his questions here. Theo crossed the room, breathing in the intoxicating fragrance of fish, while taking care to avoid the remaining hazards. As he did, his mind began to wander. Why was a place like this situated beneath his home? And more importantly, why had these fishy treats not been brought to his attention before?
Do you think cats actually think like this when they leave their house?
I never can tell what cats are thinking.
At first glance, it appeared that Theo had stumbled into a storage room for broken glass. Except there were other items in the glittering fragments. Grenades? Missiles? An umbrella?
Ooh.
Like, what's Rudiger thinking when his eyes are searching for something to focus on? What's Hugo thinking when he's in my face going, "Rah!"
Every second.
What's Lisa thinking when she's looking dumbly out
Fat,
on...
fat.
I'm fat.
I think you just have to wait, dude.
Yeah, I guess so. The starting one is wait. It does seem like that, Krya.
I would follow him.
Oh, you're probably right. Yeah.
I want to know what the
Theo
umbrella
bent
is.
behind the guard, pondering his discoveries.
It's probably a
hidden
gun.
underground facility, robotic security, and now rooms filled with odd weapons. What on earth was this place?
Because all this stuff looks like Bond advertisements and stuff.
Oh, did we click on things in here? Bottom left.
Whoops. Patrol bot focused on its patrol route. Biggest threat is accidentally being run over.
Well, did you know there are 279
Is that a pair of heavily weaponized glasses?
in you and your family?
Middle case.
Classic bomb. When it comes down to it, sometimes bad guys just want the classics.
Probably best to ignore it and carry on.
Middle fish.
Paw Industries, putting the U into you.
Middle fish?
Maybe that was that.
Oh. That was the weaponized glasses the narrator talked about. Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
It's this. Yeah, it's got a real Bond aesthetic, these
Trick
ads.
umbrella.
Rain or shine, this is simply the first choice of defense and offense. This undercover weapon will turn heads or remove them and is suitable for formal events.
Theo's human does sound dangerous.
Looking back, Theo considered that it was perhaps unwise to leave such destructive toys lying around. On the other hand, there was no way someone would leave live explosives on display. Probably best to ignore it and hurry on.
Salutation.
So this has a lot of narration.
It does, the whole thing,
Yeah.
it seems.
Theo contemplated the ruins of the once magnificent boardroom, which had been reduced to little more than burnt mahogany by some kind of explosion. Apparently, the killer had needed to clear the room in a hurry. But why? Oh, perhaps those lasers were a motivator.
Okay, I see two things to click. One's a chair and one's a poster. I don't see the third yet. These chairs are designed to help establish dominance in meetings by disposing of undesirable attendees. Oh, like, oh, it's a Dr. Evil, well, Dr. No type thing. Nathaniel's dealings. What Nathaniel might foolishly consider his first real success in life, sealed by a handshake and immortalized in print. So we're already putting together a narrative story of the owner, kind of.
Do you see the kitty in the photo?
Yes! Aww. So Theo's been with his master since kittenhood through his college years and now into his professional life.
Yeah. He was an old boy. It's not like
you
the.
can zoom? Oh, cool. You can zoom.
It's not the thing on the left, right? That's kind of flashing like the
No.
lasers.
Shouldn't be. I don't think so. Oh! I didn't see that. I just clicked.
Yeah.
Need your enemies to disappear and hurry. Would you prefer them to be in pieces? Then these are definitely for you. Caution. Good. Throwing arm not included. All right. So those lasers aren't alternating, so we're not going to the lasers. We're going to the green
Okay.
spot. Yeah, I guess we'll just.
That seems.
With the wall of death slowly advancing, Theo scrambled for a plan to slip by. There, across the room, a shattered glass wall offering a glimpse of escape.
A shattered glass wall.
It's the green.
Oh, it's the green area. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do we need to be more complicated than what?
No, I think just this, right?
I don't know. No, it's not going to give me. I think I have to go over here. Will the.
But do we have to do something different in the first place?
That's what I thought would happen.
You sneaky buggers. Okay.
Which means I
So-
need to be.
Yeah.
I think this will work.
Deftly avoiding glass with his paws, Theo found his eyes
I won't
drawn
even
to a
have to
large
wait.
portrait on the wall. Was that Nathaniel? As he stood, he wondered, how much of all this was his master responsible for?
Act 3.
So there are 9 acts.
And like 75 levels or something like that.
Really?
Or maybe more. Like a lot. And a lot of narration.
Someone
Yeah.
had clearly been rifling through the deliveries recently, though they didn't seem to have found what they were looking for.
This is also on iOS, I think, and you can get it on Steam, and you can do all kinds of things.
You can get it on Switch, and it's quite affordable. It's
Yeah.
like $13.99 CAD
Right now, yeah.
right now. Yeah. Paper on the small table.
I see it.
Thank you.
A technical specification for Paw Industries security robot, surprisingly simple.
Theo had apparently added his name to the waiting list.
Box in front of.
Ransack crates, a collection of crates turned over in a desperate search.
Yeah, and then there's one in front of the bot, in front of the table, just to the right. Right.
There it is. Box of empty vials. Box torn open and abandoned, leaving vials untouched. What could these be for? Alright.
Waiting for what? One could only speculate.
Man, this narrator puts a lot of pressure on you.
Obviously, the killer had been looting the facility, and it was unlikely that they planned to use volatile weaponry to spread peace and joy. Being a conscientious cat, Theo knew it fell to him to put a stop to the killer's nefarious activities.
20% off, $7.99
Nice.
USD on Steam.
Finding himself inside a warehouse, the towering stacks of crates gave Theo some measure of hope. Perhaps the killer would try to search the top of an unstable pile and fall to their doom.
What? 200 AUD? What? Like, quiet? What? I know Australia is expensive, but...
Damn, yo.
Huh?
20.
I was like, okay.
What a steal.
I mean, yeah, guys, that's a deal. For a second there, you thought it was $200. Go get it, Australians. You must be relieved.
The mine?
Ah, yes. The mine. Oh, that. Yeah. Something built to sink ships that have no trouble with an overconfident cat. Not for prodding.
This is a smart kitty. That, yeah.
Hefty weapon case. Sadly, none of these weapons of destruction appear to be built with paws in mind. The world can be a very unfair place.
Do.
It's been a long time since I've solved murder mystery as a cat.
Yeah.
It was all the way back in Ghost Trick days. So this was a long time. This has been a while. I didn't know I was hankering for it.
Do I see? I kind of like that there's usually one that's a little bit tough.
Maybe I have to. Maybe zooming out actually will help a little bit to see blinking.
This would be really fun to play with a kid.
Yeah, you make them do all the work.
Yeah.
It's not that bot.
Where's the blinking wall though?
Well, I'm gonna start solving
Yeah.
it. You guys keep looking.
I'll keep looking.
You guys do my job. So there's a lot of alternating ones. I have a couple of these, so I'll use one.
Lost in daydreams of the killer being buried alive, Theo stepped blindly forwards onto a conveyor belt, promptly shuffling
We're
him
gonna have
away
to
from
be-
his happy thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just show what would happen. Look at that. Nope.
Perhaps he should pay more attention to where he's going.
And the narrator acknowledges it. Okay. Alright, the next one solves it, so...
Murdered soul suspect also had a cat.
Ah, yes, it's a genre. Murder-solving kitties. It would be nice to think that your cat would solve your murder if it happened. But we all know that Lisa would just eat us.
Lisa already tries to eat us. She tenderizes
She
our
tries to-
fingers.
Yes, she's been just tenderizing us, waiting for our death.
And then she gives it like a little
Nibble, just to
nibble.
see if you're ready. Not yet.
Yeah. Nah, he'd eat me.
Yeah. I think most of our cats would eat us if push came to shove, post-apocalypse.
Was there only 2 in this room? That would
Oh,
seem, that
it
would
might have
seem
been.
kind of crazy, but
I didn't pay attention. Well, if there's 3, you guys look for it on
Yes.
your playthrough. Whoops.
motivation for you to get the game. I think
Perhaps
it's a
it
cute
was
little
unlikely
experience
that
for
the killer would be
on the
ended by
train.
fallen cargo. But the belts leading into the dark and deadly machinery seem to promise an untimely demise.
Like, we're playing on a couch, but I would imagine, I think the best way to play this is mobile. So
Spotting a
pick
bundle
up
under
your
some
Switch.
nearby crates, it appeared Theo's wishes had been heard. However, he tempered his excitement until he could get a closer look.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looted explosive crates. Oh, there is one of 2 in here. All right,
Okay.
so a tipped over crate that should be filled with explosives, but it's worryingly empty.
Under the rocket.
Completely average box. Oh, an empty crate. Very interesting. Close to the definition of scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Okay, so there's conveyors.
Theo tempered his excitement. He didn't lose it.
We don't know which way the closest one to us is going to move, if at all.
Stepping over a broken belt with great care, he was disappointed to discover not a body, but simply several empty crates bearing the label High Explosive.
Interesting move.
Or do you mean to say dumb?
No. That's a good one.
My last one wasn't good?
No.
The empty crates led Theo to conclude 3 things. The killer had found what they were looking for, they were definitely up to something, and Theo's work was not yet done. He moved on with the hope that the killer's loot would be enough to slow them down.
My kitty would avenge my death.
Theo
Okay.
pondered the erratic crusade of the robots as they fired at non-existent threats.
You say so.
Perhaps the killer had just passed through?
Well, that'll zoom me into the... Yeah, I can't. So... Probably... this, I think.
Ooh, smart.
Oh, I want to be behind that.
The belt, unable to tell the difference between a cat
Spooky.
and a crate, and lacking the desire to learn, moved him once again as it would any other box.
But... Oh, so
Yeah.
you have to think about the source of the lasers.
Yeah, so I would go that way.
Out there, off of the...
That box is gonna move forward, blocking this laser,
yeah.
and
So now I
hopefully we
can-
can move by.
Now I can do this. Where's the next?
And that's
I
fine.
think.
As he headed for the door,
Stop.
Theo couldn't shake the feeling that the strange blue algae was creeping steadily across the wall behind him. Oh well, it was probably harmless.
I think this guy's shining.
There's something simply wonderful about lasers. Efficient, destructive, and deadly. You know where they... You know where you are with lasers.
Three, eh? Oh, there's
there
one.
we go. LG container. Specially designed crate used to safely house ominous LG. It's not an adjective I've heard
Theo
used
had
on
more
LG
pressing
before.
concerns than prowling plant life.
Hey, you guys been paying attention? Where's the next one? Maybe...
Perhaps he had simply challenged the algae to a staring contest.
Hey, the back right. Can you click on that? Yeah.
Look at this. Yeah, it's like a hieroglyph. It's totally... They're totally like making reference to Egypt here. kind of, in a way. It's like its own pictogram. Line carefully etched in the concrete that vaguely resembles a cat. The determination of the artist excuses their lack of attention to detail.
I like that art.
Who was doing... I saw some scritches earlier, too.
Did you?
Yeah, in another room, but they were just like little... It was like that.
Oh. Huh.
Are those clues?
Scribbles! Maybe we'll find out more.
Whoever Theo was following had certainly spooked these poor robots who are all consumed by blind panic.
Where are we?
We're
there we
behind
are.
there. This one's a more involved room.
Uh-huh. So once we step on that, it's gonna move one this way. Oh, it moves at the end. Okay.
Yeah, so I can't move.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess.
As he carefully padded forwards, avoiding lasers, Theo noticed the most curious drawing etched into the wall. But why would a killer stop to doodle?
I think I see a blinking thing. I think this just blinked.
Oh,
It
it's
did.
too.
Big algae container. This crate was developed to hold large amounts of glowing algae. It also functions as mood lighting. Probably, yeah, that's the best way to probably search for this stuff, is as you're solving the puzzle. Oh,
Yeah.
and I just saw it. When things catch your eye, click them. Hey, what? I saw that blink. I saw that right there blink, I swear.
Oh, God.
Oh.
We can go forward, though. Just forward,
Okay.
too.
Theo couldn't stop thinking about the bizarre graffiti he kept seeing. It was unlikely the killer was taking the time for artistic creativity. Was someone else in the facility?
So there should be another scribble to click based on the narrator.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
2 of 2.
Odd cipher, a bizarre series of patterns with no clear meaning. Perhaps some kind of code.
Ooh,
As he
I
stepped
love
into
that.
the room, Theo found his racing mind halted by yet another drawing of a slightly more significant scale.
Series of rigid geometric lines that seems to take the form of a figure. Who could it be?
Joshua? 1 of 3. There was one down here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Theo tried his best to examine the etching, but found it devoid of artistic value.
Huh? Oh, there we go. Gun rack. I don't have enough guns to necessitate an entire rack. Rack of very lethal and very illegal firearms. A bestseller.
I'll bet.
Was that 1 of 2? Or 2 of 2?
2 of 3.
Oh. Alright, keep your eyes out for the third one.
Right, guys? I was so
A
confident.
for effort, he supposed.
Okay, that's fine. It'll get cut off by those stacks.
Uh-oh. Now that's in my way. You thought you were so smart.
Oh, no, you can wait.
I'm just kidding. Uh-oh. Now I'm really screwed.
Uh-oh.
Maybe...
Wait.
Wait? I don't know that that'll do good for me, though. Well, we'll see.
As he began to move away, Theo couldn't help but wonder who had put so much effort into these acts of vandalism. Was it maybe some kind of poorly drawn calling card? Perhaps, he thought as he carried on, the murderer was simply an awful artist. Whatever it was, the mural failed to hold Theo's interest long enough for any meaning to be gleaned.
A modern miracle of air cooling technology. obviously worthy of close attention and study. You making fun of me?
According to the booming sounds of heavy industry and the massive shipping containers, Theo had found himself in some kind of loading station.
The crate.
Cargo container, very large shipping container, most notable for its size and not for the expensive hardware concealed within.
One of two.
Oh, and that's a clue. That's a bona fide clue right there. Obvious tie. Oh, I felt like really good about myself. I was like, oh, I saw like a hard to miss thing. A bright red necktie deliberately knotted around a rail like a flag. It almost feels too obvious. Wow.
Aww.
I talk a lot about how puzzle games should make the user feel clever.
Theo's eye was caught by something colourful and clearly out of place hanging from a rail across the room. A discarded tie.
Shoot.
Was this some kind of taunt?
I would like to know that too. Are you taunting me, developer?
Okay, there you go. You can get on it. Left or right?
It was becoming clear to Theo that the large boxes wouldn't just wait for him to cross, so he quickened his pace towards the infuriating clue.
Oh, I have to go towards the clue?
No, I don't think so.
Clearly, the killer had left this tie to send a message, but in doing so, they had left a trail for Theo to follow. Perhaps he'd get the better of them yet.
If I had one note for the devs, it would be more close-ups of the kitty.
Though he was intrigued by the surprisingly expressive train waiting before him, on the other side of the tracks, a curious hole in the wall drew his eye. Perhaps the killer had made their own exit.
Okay, well there's a covered crate. What does it hold? Jewels? Acorns? Gateway to another world? Sadly, due to your indifference, we'll never know. Training bot. A zero-emission, semi-sentient train fueled... Oh, train bot. Train. It's a train fueled only by its self-hatred for public transport.
Look at its face.
Yeah. Alright. As I begin to solve this, everybody, keep an eye out.
I am suspicious by its lack of movement.
Yeah, the direction you're facing matters when you end. It's not just your position.
Ooh, that's good.
Stepping onto the train, Theo glanced towards his goal and noticed a strangely carefree-looking robot bumbling around near a control panel. Hopefully this one wasn't a threat.
Oh.
The train began to quake. Theo couldn't react fast enough to leap off. He had better find something to hold on to. Theo was quite unprepared for the sudden velocity and found his current predicament extremely upsetting. Luckily, he just needed to hold on until the train looped back to the station.
Unfortunately, we missed out on the third clue back there because of that robot. Safety-conscious robot. A small robot giving their all in the name of fire suppression. It's just like strapped onto the top, the fire extinguisher. And he had like a drool pixel?
Yeah!
Wow. My searching for things to click is... Oh, it might be up there further.
Maybe, eh? It was kind of a... That's an obstacle. We don't want it that. Shoot. Guess for one day.
I guess. Maybe
Go forward, yeah.
One.
a little bit.
As the hatch broke free and rocketed past him, Theo pressed himself against the train and vowed to dedicate the rest of the ride to keeping his eyes open for low-flying objects of feline destruction.
that should work. I need to use a different one, I think. But
Do we gotta go
Oh.
back further? That's what we were at. That's the one we
Okay,
did use.
there's two I
oh,
can
okay.
do.
So maybe try that one.
so if I do this and then do a tiny,
A tiny turn. To far left. Oh,
yeah,
that's the other
because
way.
it matters where your Shymus likes the music.
Yeah, it's great. We can only do 2 or 3, so try 2 this time. That was 3.
Oh, oh, you mean 2 steps?
Yeah.
Oh, had I not done it before?
I think we did.
I don't know that we did. I think.
Oh, really? We just kept doing the same
yeah,
one?
we were just doing the
Theo
same
might
one.
have found some comfort knowing he wasn't the only one caught unaware by the sudden departure. But it was all he could do to just keep his paws on the ground.
So you were completely right with the narrator.
Yeah.
When the narrator continues to speak, that's progress. You pick up on things real quick, guy.
Huh. Keep your eye out for flashing things.
Uh-oh, uh-oh.
Oh no! Oh no! I don't like it! No! I don't like that.
Wow.
I didn't like it. Oh, okay, this is fine now.
Yeah. Chat is not happy.
Theo tried not to let the burning robot distract him from his efforts to survive.
Uh-oh.
Oh. That's the one we did, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that one?
That'll give me more options like this.
Yeah. So this was made by quite a small team in the UK.
Uh-huh.
It is their first game as a company, their first IP as a company. They have worked quite a while in the industry on other games. The most notable one that some of them
In the
have worked on
distance, Theo could just about spot the station.
was
Approaching at a
Genghis.
rapid pace. He just had
Oh.
to hold on a little longer.
There's some Gang Beasts alumni on this team?
Yeah.
Cool.
And 2 of them started writing it and developing the concept in 2017. And the team grew to 12.
Cool. Phew.
I didn't see the flashing thing. The bot on fire. Oh!
Oh.
Thanks, guys.
Theo staggered off the train quickly, driven by his newfound appreciation for solid ground and the terrible fear that it might suddenly set off again.
This is easy.
Just ahead of him,
I'm just
he
looking
could
for
see that
flashing.
bloody robot that had sent the train off in the first place.
He's leaving happily. Oh, so we came back and we get a chance to, like, I thought that
yeah.
he had screwed up
Got
our
that one.
chance to... A complex control panel that had clearly been tampered with.
As he followed the irritating machine through the jagged opening in the wall, Theo hoped that he wouldn't ever have to lay eyes on it again.
How?
Skin unlocked. I can be a different kitty?
Why would you do that?
You can choose different kitties to play as, apparently.
But
How do you do it?
Theo.
Theo eyed his new surroundings curiously, noting the piles of unused tiles and pipes. Across what little floor existed, there was a sharp drop from which a blinding light and tremendous heat emanated. Beside this abyss sat... that bloody robot.
This is not to code, y'all.
No. This little guy. Happily looking around.
The rock at the end.
First this. Building materials. These stacks of materials are most likely intended for construction purposes. And then
Theo
what?
firmly
Oh,
averted
this?
his eyes from the robot and simply pretended that it did not exist.
Feels really pissed at that guy.
Yeah.
Electrical bot, a busy little drone making sure the power is in the right place, hopefully at the right time. A new element of gameplay, I think.
Okay.
Theo focused on the path ahead, choosing to politely ignore the annoyance in the room. A shifting wall of energy was barring his progress. Perhaps turning off that strange machine would help.
Oh. Well,
Okay.
how?
Yeah. Oh, use R to select power, toggle, and A to flip it.
Oh, I didn't see that.
So,
Oh,
do we have to be right
Oh.
beside it, though?
maybe.
Like here?
Yeah. Okay.
With the barrier
I don't think you
successfully
do, actually.
disabled, Theo was happy to move on and leave that robotic liability behind. Surely
like-
the killer couldn't
Maybe
be
we
too
can be
far
best
now.
friends.
He's just... I want to see his face again.
Maybe he's just misunderstood.
Whatever.
Is he gonna follow us?
Entering another area with limited flooring, Theo wondered why all of these rooms seemed so unfinished. Maybe the...
Are we gonna have to jump?
Oh my gosh.
Yes!
It was starting to look like Theo might have a tail. No pun intended.
We need this robot. I had a
Yup.
feeling when I saw the panel he kept holding up.
Oh, really?
Ramshackle wall, a wall made of garbage and I-beams. Bored robots aren't the best architects, it seems.
Okay, so that's his path.
Apparently, Theo's new friend had some value after all.
Well,
Don't pretend you intended to do that, robot. He just turned on them.
Theo regarded the newly risen barrier and wondered just how the robot had managed to cause this latest setback. As the oblivious robot scampered over an obvious switch, Theo braced for the consequences. When none presented themselves, he decided to stay on alert. There was no way he was safe while that machine was bumping into things.
I'm gonna call him
He's a switch buddy.
Switch Buddy. Okay, that makes sense.
Contemplating the
Oh, he's
state
also
of the
Bridge
room
Buddy.
ahead, Theo reluctantly accepted that perhaps the robot's help might be necessary.
Look at his like,
Blushing.
yeah.
As he threw a disparaging glance at the machine, Theo noticed some worn writing on his chassis. D4Z.
This is flashing.
So is yeah. The heat coming from this pipe is so extreme, it's a wonder the whole thing hasn't melted.
Turn off the switch.
Oh, yes. Oh, but does it need to...
Yeah, because you can't walk through, I don't think.
D4. Daz. Dazine? Daz. Ooh, Daz. Daz isn't bad.
Oh, we're naming the robot. Uh-oh.
Oh shoot, do we have to go back even further? Can we turn that off now?
Yes, you can. It looks like anytime you want. Which it's not really doing anything right now, so it doesn't matter.
Well, you have to get through, right? So if you turn that off, it might open up more opportunities.
Oh, we're turning it off for him.
For the cat. For
No.
Theo.
It's for Daz.
What?
Look it. The barrier is down there.
Oh.
Nope. Definitely Daz.
So, like, I mean, we did it before, though. Like,
Right.
Fine, but didn't know we'd done it.
We're winning.
As a loud noise reverberated behind Theo, he wondered just what he had done to be cursed with a trundling mishap.
You have to turn it off again, I think, so that we can get into that room.
Oh,
Though his companion seemed to be some kind of cosmic setback magnet, Theo had to admit, Daz was endearing, aggravatingly so.
Another clue near the yellow pot.
dang it.
Warning sign.
You
Sorry,
guys are better than us.
Overwhelmed by the heat pouring from the broken machine, Theo mourned the obvious failings of engineering safety standards.
Yeah, seriously.
How on earth was he going to reach the elevators beyond this mess?
Rupture, 1 of 1. That'll probably require a specialist or two. Hopefully it's not too important. Alright, so we need a bridge bot. Let's hope he appears.
Yeah, his path
There he
showed
goes.
there.
May not matter yet, but I want to be. Well, the dots show our path, but what's the destination?
Yeah, you know
It
what?
doesn't exist yet.
We have to get on him and he'll take us over. I bet. Do you think? Maybe the lava stops. And we have to get him over there. We gotta go straight.
Oh, no. I think that we need him on that panel because the panel is going to turn on the power which will flip down the bridge.
Okay.
Theo flinched when he heard the now familiar sound of Daz activating another switch. He cautiously opened his eyes and was pleasantly surprised to see something positive had finally come from this robot's help.
Blinky blink. Oh yeah, we got 101. Okay, so that's just for him to
As
get up.
Daz hurried into the elevator, Theo found himself growing slightly less aggrieved. Perhaps having the little fellow around might even be useful.
Daz, do it.
Hop in, bud.
I wanted him to like bump us
Mm-hmm.
so that he could get in.
Yeah. I actually thought
As
it
the
would
elevator
happen.
rattled to a screeching halt, Theo found himself suspended on what could kindly be referred to as a rough and ready bridge. Or not so kindly as an invitation to a long plummet to certain death. Theo watched as Daz let gracefully down onto the scaffold to aid in his journey across.
Pipes.
A key component in weapon manufacturing and the perfect place for the finale of an 80s era action movie. So these puzzles are already getting pretty involved for you guys who think you'd like a challenge. Geothermal generator, an An answer to the question why evil geniuses are always in close proximity to magma flows. Not sure it's worth the risk, though.
Theo stared at him, shaming Daz with his steely gaze.
Was there one more?
Hopefully, he hadn't broken anything important.
So just for one.
Yeah, I
And then
guess.
Daz will come
Yeah.
to that spot.
You getting this? I like quiet. You like it?
Fine. Fine is enough.
Well, as long as it's not $200, I guess you're buying it.
Considering the barrier ahead of him, Theo wondered if Daz could assist him once more. With the right guidance, of course.
Okay.
Well,
So
we want. Well, I mean, okay.
he can go either way, right?
How do we guide him?
Theo took a moment to brace himself for a potential failure
I
on
think
Daz's
we want him on
part.
this side. So
But
that
how do we guide him?
we go that way.
Oh, you think he'll
Because the blue dots for his path
change?
change.
So he's actually paying attention to us. He's just
Yeah.
not mindlessly.
Yeah.
He just wants
He
to
wants
be
to be our
close.
buddy, yeah.
Oh, and those energy beams can be bridges as well.
Whoa, really? I don't want to step on that. Okay.
Theo found he quite enjoyed the company of the small robot. When he wasn't actively annoying him, the unlikely companions set off into the cave, ignoring the
that's
tribal warnings decorating the entrance. They were probably just for show anyway.
Oh, I missed it. Yeah, damn.
Sometimes you just see it at the last second.
Graveyard.
Or a robot
The
graveyard.
large chamber was filled with the clanks and groans of tortured metal, punctuated by the steady drip of stagnant oil.
Flashing.
Yeah, bright paw. Oh, no, it's
And
flashing just because
The
the
paper.
wall was disappearing.
Just in front of where you were. Forward, left, back. In front of the little machine.
Laserbot blueprint, a breakdown of the components used in the creation of laserbots. Apparently they contain worrying amounts of unstable materials.
God. Back, yeah. 2 of 3.
Dangling bot corpse. Not particularly upsetting for organics, but a truly harrowing sight for robot kind. Close your eyes, Daz. Oh, wow, that's tiny.
Ooh, good one.
Nathaniel's robots, when secrecy is paramount, sometimes you need to build your own assistants. Oh my god, the robot's face in that. Oh, I wish I'd lingered. It was hilarious. It was like,
Aww. He's quite expressive, this Daz.
alright.
Faced with a seemingly impassable split in the floor, Theo stopped to think of a way around. Wait, did he just... disregarding the danger, Daz bravely leapt into the chasm to aid his feline companion. Surely he'd be fine.
You better be.
Uh-huh.
You coming, buddy?
No.
What the fuck?
Shit.
Damn! I think that's probably as far as we'll go today.
Daz is a ride or
I don't want to
die
end
kind of
on
friend.
go on a downer, but they only wanted us to play for an hour, and I want to give you guys a chance to discover this yourself.
Theo slowly padded onwards, barely noticing the more polished and functional walls around him.
Stunned by the loss of Daz.
I'm
He
gonna
just got a name. We just named him.
hold it. I think
He'll come
he'll
back.
come back somehow. That's my hope. You guys will have to find out yourself.
Good God. You guys.
That's our pitch to you to buy the game on this sponsored stream. If you want to see Dad survive, oops, you're gonna have to buy it. If you want to see his comeback, which will no doubt be heroic.
Don't be silly. Cover your body.
Doesn't even rhyme. It looks like it's supposed to or something.
So this is also translated in multiple languages.
Yeah, it's like,
I wonder if there's voiceover or if it's subtitled. Probably subtitled. It's like
yeah, I would
French,
imagine.
Italian, Spanish,
Nice. So,
English.
all you guys out there who don't speak
so
English who are
Why
watching
are
the
you
show, go ahead.
Can you look back on your clues and evidence?
Yeah, so let's check that out. There's a whole bunch of, and we also know that we like unlocked a skin, right?
Oh,
So
here, check the
there's
languages.
your languages. I can't seem to
Ah.
change it.
Okay.
Might have to do with your system setting.
Is this
And
mode
there's
rumble?
a assist mode
Was it
and a rumble.
rumbling
It rumbled
for
a
you?
bit every so often, especially on that train. And I'm kind of upset about Daz though.
Hey, check skins, yeah.
Oh, the background changed for the game. For the starting screen. Look at now it's in like it's got the hazmat. I'm pretty sure like it based on where you are in the game. I think that changes.
Cool, it's nice
think.
little touches.
So you can play as Rudiger. You can play as Hugo.
You can play
No Lisa
as-
yet.
That's kind of like Lisa.
Lisa-ish. He's got a bright paw.
Whoa, white sock.
Cats like this develop inside missing socks and grow from there. I like how it says
my God.
equip.
Yeah.
Tabby cat, a classic ginger tabby cat.
That's Hugo.
Even, yeah. A spotted gray cat, well cared for gray with big brown spots, who has killed Fortuna in the past. And a Dalmatian kitty? Dalmatians aren't just a breed of dog, you know.
What's the original kitty say?
The Theo we all know and love, sporting his beautiful white coat
Just like our Rudiger.
and blue bandana. So it says completed for completing various hidden tasks. Does that mean getting all of the collectibles? Yes, you can, guys. Go back.
Oh.
Whoa, how did we miss this much? Really? I would have guessed like we missed 2 or 3. What? Do you think there's things that don't glow also? Like secret? I can't. How? Oh, they're just
Okay.
organized by, not by chapter.
Yeah, like that has everything to do with Nathaniel.
Yeah.
The clues for the killer. Oh,
All
okay.
right.
Gotcha.
So you can just look back on the story being built by visual storytelling here. Cool. Wait, I might be able to find that bot then. That picture, there he is, see him? I think that's Daz.
Oh my god. Oh.
All right, guys, so that was Bright Paw. Go check it out. And,
It was really cute.
all right, so, that was the show. Stay awesome, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Go solve your own kitty mystery.